right, what's going on, everybody? This is Peter Renna. I write the dollar bin digging article over at comicbookinvest.com, as well as the videos I do on sometimes on the Star Wars show, as well as top 10 toys over at Tales from the Flip Side. And today I'm doing my CGC unboxing video. I sent a bunch of stuff into CGC, so I got them back. I want to crack them open and share with you guys what I got. Also, it came in today. I got my brand new Silver Surfer t-shirt, which goes perfectly with my 4-Color Creations Silver Surfer #1 here. I do have the OG. I'm probably going to send this to CGC eventually just to get it in a slab, but this looks nice, but there's a detached page inside, so that's also kind of keeping me from sending it in. I don't want to get a green label or anything like that, because what's the point? So it looks nice enough as it is, and it goes well with this bad boy right here. But enough about that. Again, I've got 2 boxes here of books to open. I sent in 35 books to get graded this time out. I wanted to try out the pre-screen, so I had to come up with 25 to do the pre-screen, and then I sent in another 10 that dealer's choice to find out what what I would get. So I'm just going to start opening up this first box. I don't know what's in what. I have a vague idea of the pre-screens because I did look at that list just so I can see how many got sent back that did not get graded, and I think it's something like 9 didn't pass muster, but that's fine. I wasn't expecting much. I wasn't expecting them all to get passed. I was kind of just reaching for stuff and just taking a flyer because I needed to get up to 25. I don't send in that many books, so I was taking a flyer on some of them. And out of the 10 that I took a gamble on, I didn't want to pre-screen any of those because I was hoping, but not planning on a lot of those to come back as 9.8s. But we'll see what we got in here. All right, this box looks like all slabs, so this might be my 10 dealer's choice, not pre-screened. So let's see what I got going on in here. All right, so first book. First book is, I had 2 of these. I definitely knew one wasn't that great. I got Tech 880, 9.4. Not too bad. I think I'd hoped for 9.6. I would have accepted down to maybe a 9.2, but 9.4 ain't too bad. So I'll take that. I don't know if it works better over here. But, all right. So I actually sent 2 of those in. One of them I found somewhat recently in the last couple of months, just being held in a box. I think I've told this story before. It was like a pull box that somebody had left at a shop for years, well, almost 10 years, because I think that book is almost 10 years old, and that was in there. And I don't know if it was this copy. This, I got to imagine, was my personal copy. My personal copy didn't look like a 9.8, so I think this one is my personal copy because the recent find was a little bit nicer. So we'll see if I get lucky on that one as I move on into the box here. All right, let's see what else we got here. And again, I was taking what I would get on some of these because some of these are just personal collection books that I just wanted to get slabbed regardless of the grade. I knew they weren't going to be 9.8s, like this one right here. I knew this wasn't a 9.8. I just kind of wanted it slabbed to go with my Hughes collection. So this is a 9.4. I'm fine with it. It didn't really matter. I just want to keep it together with a lot of my other Hughes books, and it was nice enough just to send in. So, I got it. 9.4 is good enough for me. This can be hard to find. I found it a couple of times over the years, but I got this one. This is the one I decided to get slabbed. I probably should have got the first one that I ended up selling eventually. I probably should have gotten that one slabbed because I think that one was nicer, but I'm, again, happy with the 9.4. Good enough for me. Let's see what else I got here. All right, not too bad. This guy I picked up at one of my local shops, Stormwatch, and it was on the back issue wall. I had never actually seen one in person, so I wanted to buy it. I knew it wasn't a great copy, but this came out nicer than I thought. This is the Hulk 377, the 3rd print. So 9.4. It's not too bad, I think, for what I get. It looked like a VF. Honestly, when I got it, I did not get it pressed. I can still see a little bit of the wear on the corner there. Maybe because I got pressed up to a 9.6. I don't know, but 9.4. I'm happy with it. Again, never see this book, so I took a shot and just bought it, and then say, you know what, I'm just going to send it in because, not that what do I care, but that book is hard to find, and it's definitely hard to find in high grade. So 9.4 is, again, definitely good enough for me. All right, I'm just randomly going to start grabbing stuff out of here. Again, this has to be a box of 10 books, so we'll see what's in here. Try not to keep you here all night just looking at all my stuff. All right, a little lower than I had hoped, but I'll take it. I know I've had this book a couple of times. The Wolverine Origins, the second print. So 9.2. I knew it wasn't going to be a 9.8, but, you know, you had hope for 9.4, 9.6, but I'll take the 9.2. Again, not an easy book to come by. I still have a raw one. I thought this was the nicer out of the two. So if this is only a 9.2, I'm definitely not going to sub the other one. But again, who knows? Sometimes they get these things wrong, and you send this in on a different day, and it gets a 9.6. Or you send it to some miracle pressers out there, which I probably should do. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just lazy or just don't want to take the time. I just kind of wing it. I do have a press, but I'm not very confident or comfortable using it all the time. So I will only do it on the rare occasion, try to press things myself. So most of the times I'll just send it in as is. So if you buy stuff from me, you can probably crack press and resub, and you may do better. What do I know? All right. Oh, looks like we got another low one here. I've got a few of these. And I just randomly grabbed one because they all looked about the same to me. None of them looked like 9.8s to me because there was like at least one flaw on them. And this is one of my Heir to the Empire, so only a 9.2. That's fine. I got a couple of the raws of this book. Again, hope for higher. I'll have to check the grader notes, see if there's anything on here because it doesn't look that bad. There's no like big ticks or anything on this thing. I know with the glare you can't really get a good shot of it here on camera, but trust me, take my word for it. It doesn't look that bad. So 9.2 might be a little low on this, but oh well. This will be my graded copy I keep, and I'll keep a raw as well, and then maybe sell the extras because, like I said, I got a couple. All right, let's see. So what is that? Halfway through this box. Let me take a sip, and we'll get through the other half before we get to the big box. And the big box won't be any surprises because that will be the one that was pre-screened for 9.8, so they'll be all 9.8s if they're graded. But this box still might have some surprises. Oh, and here's my first. I hoped. And here's that other one, 9.8. So, randomly found. Paid $2.99 because this was a held pull copy book that was held for 9 years that they eventually decided to sell. And they sold it to me for cover. 9.8. Awesome. So, definitely keeping that one. Maybe I'll get rid of the 9.4. I don't know. Or maybe I'll get rid of the 9.8, keep the 9.4. I'm not that much of a 9.8 snob when it comes to graded books. If it's just for me, while I know people want to, well, then why get it graded? I don't know. I just do. I can't explain my madness to you. It is the way it is. I do a lot of weird stuff. Another 9.4 here. I knew this wasn't a 9.8. I'd gotten this one recently too. This is a book I'd wanted for a long time. I bought it. I paid a solid price for it. I just got it graded just to get it encased. I just wanted this, again, I wanted slabs so I can keep it with my other books. It won't get lost amongst the other filing copies. I mean, I have my regular 688, so I don't need to keep the variant in there. So this I can keep with some of my other graded stuff. And I do love Campbell. This is my favorite Campbell covers. 9.4 ain't bad. Again, I knew this was not a 9.8. There's at least one bad tick on here, if not two, that I remember seeing. But still, it's a book I never see come up. It came up. It was at a price that I negotiated to that I was comfortable with, and I bought it. Actually, I bought that and a couple of the other Lizard variants in that run, which I still need to get around to moving. One of those other Lizard books is in my submission, so we'll see if it got the 9.8 or not. It might have been one of the ones that got sent back. Ooh, this is a nice surprise. I had bought this. Again, I keep saying this. Oh, it's another book I've wanted a long time. But it's true. Like the last couple of months, I've been buying books that I've wanted for a long time. I've been selling stuff, so I've been using that money to just buy books that I've wanted. Like, again, I'm a Hughes fan, so I love Hughes books. So I'm getting the ones that I didn't have that now I do. And I bought this raw, did not press it, just sent it in. 9.8. I'm not going to complain with that. What can I complain about? Awesome. Awesome. Definitely happy about that. But again, that's just for me. That's not anything to sell. Just something for my collection. What else do we got here? This is one I did get graded to probably sell. I had hoped for better, but I guess I'll take the 9.6. I had a few of these. I had a couple of these third prints of Captain Marvel 8. This star with the red cover. I thought this one looked good, but it got a 9.6. I do see one little tick there. All right. I mean, again, what am I going to do? 9.6 is good enough. Either way, I'm probably going to put this up and out there for to try to recoup some of the costs. Because again, sending in this many books, this is a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. I don't usually do this. I do this maybe once every couple of months, and I do this with the intention of sending in a couple of books, if not a majority of books this time out, that I plan to sell to try to recoup some of the costs. Because I can't be in the habit of just giving away hundreds of dollars to put books into plastic. I just can't do it. I like it. I like having them, but price of doing business, I guess. Sometimes you got to get rid of some books just to keep things moving along. All right. Not to keep you all, I'm going to try to keep moving. Here's one more. This one I actually sent in just on a whim. I bought this $6 off the wall variant. I know a lot of people like the show. I still have to watch it. I'm going to catch up. I know the third season's coming, but Cobra Kai, I just dug this cover when I saw it on the wall, and for $6, I was buying it, and hey, 9.8. Can't complain. I don't think there's a lot of this one. I looked on the census before I sent it in, wondering if I should, and I figured I'll take a shot because somebody might be looking for this, and yeah, maybe I can recoup some of this cost with the fervor of Cobra Kai coming back for its third season. And again, I'll catch up. I got to start watching. Definitely got to start watching. All right, so there we go. There's 10, but I'm not done. I still got a whole other box in here. Big box that has 25 books in it. Again, not all graded, so we'll see which ones passed muster and got 9.8s and which ones failed the spot check. But, oh, Jesus. Big ass box here. I'm just going to keep this thing moving. Maybe I'll edit this out so you guys don't have to see me struggling to open a big ass box on my lap because it'd be easier to do this on the floor. All right, well, it's open. Let's see. I got to imagine they probably put the ones that didn't make it separate. Yeah, it looks like they're... There we are. They're in an extra box. I'm going to open this up first and share with you guys the ones that did not make the cut for one reason or another. I know a 9.8 pre-screen is pretty high. I probably just should have done a 9.6. But some of these books, I only wanted them if it was a 9.8. If not, I'll give you $5 to tell me it's not. Because, again, I do a lot of cheap digging, so some of these books didn't cost me much to begin with. And in a lot of cases, they may not be worth much, otherwise, if they're not a 9.8. That's just a sad fact of the way people collect these days. A lot of people don't like the 9.6s. They look down on them. I don't, but a lot of people do. It's just the way things are. People want the best, even though 9.8 is not the best. There's 9.9s and there's 10s. But the notion that 9.8 or bust is very real, and one that a lot of people live by. All right, so these guys did not make the cut. Let's see. Oh, that's disappointing. I'll share my first one. I have gotten a lot of these. I'll put them right here. I can see them. Share them with you. I've gotten a lot of these negative space variants lately. I don't know why. All of a sudden, I decided to start collecting them. And it started by me finding this one randomly out at a sale. And yeah, so apparently this one didn't make the cut. I knew it was a gamble because I think there was like a little something in here, like a little something or other. So this probably would have got a 9.6, but I did put the 9.8 pre-screen on it. So they sent back my, what is this, Uncanny 21, the Christopher, again, negative space variant. Still a gorgeous book. I just kind of wanted to have them all together in slabs, but for them to all come back 9.8s, it's probably going to be a pretty tall order. So I don't know. We'll see. I got a couple more coming. So we'll see how those end up. Oh, you know what? I'll put these here. See if I'm going to sub any more of these, or I'll just have some of these things raw. This is another disappointing one. I could have sworn this would have come back 9.8. I couldn't see anything wrong with it, but yeah, what are you going to do? The heat on this bad boy has died anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I've been holding this one to submit for months, looking to cash in on all that heat on null, but this what is it, second or third? It is the third print of number 4, which is a cool cover, great cover. But yeah, I had a couple of these. I sold most of them raw, but this one I thought had a shot at a 9.8. But again, it's probably a 9.6, and they didn't pass it for one reason or another. I still don't see anything wrong with it here. I don't know. Maybe I'll get somebody to press it, resubmit, or who cares? Like I said, it seems like the the heat on Null has died, even though King of Black hasn't even hit issue 2 yet, has it? I'm not even sure. I'm behind on my reading. But, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, this one I just kind of hoped as well would have just done it just so I could put it in my Hughes collection. But I might send this one in again. Because, again, it's cost me, what, $5 to get them to tell me no? It's $9.98. I don't care. It's $5. But I might just get this one submitted sometime just to hopefully get a 9.6, because I do like this German edition. I like the image. She doesn't have the black bottoms on. I don't know. Just something a little different about it. I'm probably not going to spend the money on the U.S. variant version, so this one will have to do. And I do like the occasional foreign book. So, like I said, this one will do. So this one might get sent back in eventually. It depends on how well I do in getting rid of some of these extra books. And as I said, yeah, I wasn't sure. One of the other Lizard variants that I got, this one is for $6.89, the next issue. This one does all right in 9.8, but outside of that, it's okay to sell raw, but I don't think it's like a 9.6 wouldn't do me much good. Like, there's not a lot of people looking for this book, so having a 9.4 or a 9.6 of it just made no sense, which is why I thought the $5 gamble was worth it, because I can still just get rid of this raw and still make a couple of bucks back, cover costs, but what are you going to do? Oh, yeah. I don't know. This was one of my late entries. Like I said, I was trying to fill. Once I got to like 19, it was kind of a struggle to figure out what I was going to send in to get to that 25. But I just kind of dig this variant. This, Silver Surfer fan. Thor, pretty cool. I know it's a Cable and X-Force book, but it's a pretty cool variant. I just kind of wanted to submit it. But again, I don't know what the point of me having a 9.6 or 9.4 this would be if nobody wants them. Because again, this is not a big demand book right now. So another $5 wasted. All right, got a couple more. Oh, this next one's disappointing. This next one's a little disappointing. I bought this when it came out because I just really, really like the cover. And right now, this book in particular, as well as a few of her other variants, are selling pretty well. But this 1 in 25 Jen Bartel is pretty cool. Like, I know they got this sticker they put right on her face, but you know what the image looks like. It is a gorgeous book. I can't believe this didn't pass. I thought this was perfect. I still don't see anything wrong with it. But, sometimes catch them on the wrong day. And look, you can see this price? See that $12? I actually tried to sell this for $12 at the flea market, I think, 2 years ago, and nobody bought it. So it stayed. Now I think this is a couple $100. So, you guys missed out on this for $12 if you saw this in my box at the flea market. Still hope to get that 9.8, but can't win every time. Can't win every time. All right. Did not get the 9.8 on the 31. First full Jessica Cruz, I guess. I don't know. There's so many of her first appearances. It's hard to tell which ones should count. I have a bunch of these because I found a bunch of these over the last couple of years in dollar boxes and cover price and less. So I have a bunch of them. Took a shot. Didn't get it. So as I said, like, this is another book. Like, I don't think having a Justice League 31 9.6, because again, this is one I put in there to hopefully get the 9.8 to sell. Do I have a bunch? I just wanted to get some product to get some of this, cost back. But oh well, didn't get it. Probably had to sell it raw for like $20 or something. Well, I didn't expect that one either. This was just sent in also on a whim. This is a book Buddy Van had told me about, and I had found it for I think $4. So again, I just was taking a shot to see if I can get a 9.8. This is Deadly Genesis, and this is the variant, the Casada variant for #1. So it still looks good to me, but I figured I would just take a 9.8 or bust shot. This was, again, one of the ones that thrown in at the very end just to get up to 25. Along with this one, I knew throwing in I wasn't going to get it because there is a tick on here that didn't look like it. This is a white cover, but I didn't look like I could do much with it. But I do love this cover. I just kind of wanted to get the 9.8, but if not, I'm happy with this raw. This is a pretty awesome Shang-Chi variant. This is Avengers World 3. Not easy to find. Happy to get this book. I'm fine with having it raw. I took the $5 gamble to see if I could sneak it through, but it did not. It did not make it. So it's still mine. Again, maybe I could have got the 9.6 and I'd have been happy with it, but I was trying to get I had to get to 25, so that's why I had to put some in to get that 25. But what are you going to do? So this, again, for $5, this might be one that I eventually resub, because if I do get the 9.6, I'd be happy with that. Because, again, this is one that's just for me. It's not going anywhere. And anybody who's complaining about why submit books, why to get them slabbed to begin with, I just like it. I just like it. This isn't a book that I'm going to read. Avengers World 3, there's plenty I can read, regular cover for $1 or less. I don't need to read this copy. This copy I like just for this image alone, and I'd love to have this image encased in a nice plastic. I'm weird. I know. Spending money just to have something in plastic, when I could probably just put it in plastic myself. But I don't know. I need that outsider approval, I guess. So then we know what we have then. The rest of these books, they were submitted pre-screen, 9/8. So these are all going to be 9/8. So I have a vague idea of what I remember sending in. So I know kind of what's in here. You guys don't. So I'm going to share them with you. So let's just get started. I'm going to run out of room where to put these things. But all right. First things first. Middleton Supergirl 50 variant. I think this is a 1 in 10. I have bought this one actually recently. I've had it raw a couple of times, and I just got this one. Don't know what camp this book is in. This one's in the middle. This is could stay, could have to go. It'll depend. It'll depend how the other books go. But definitely happy to get a 9/8 there. Again, just bought it off eBay at a good price. Did nothing else with it. All right. I only sent one of these in, but I do have a handful. I probably should have sent a couple and tried to sell a few because I was pretty sure they came in very clean. So another Hughes, again, Hughes fan. So it is what it is. This is just for me, which is why I probably should have sent in a couple of the other copies just to maybe get 1 or 2 to sell, try to get some money back. But this 252 convention edition is pretty cool. So again, that's for my Hughes collection. So didn't matter it did matter. I put the 9/8 pre-screen on it, but I had a good feeling about that because again, all the copies came in pretty clean. Oh, and as I said, I had a couple copies, so this one did get the 9/8. So I did get one of these in 9/8. I sent in 2, and it does, well, CGC at least does say first full appearance of Jessica Cruz. But again, you make your own decisions about which books you want, whether it be 30, 31, Justice League 20, Justice League 50 even. It's up to you. Whatever book you like the best is the one you should buy. Or buy them all if you can. Because I'm a collector, OCD. I try to get everything anyway. So first appearance, cameo, like all those, they're just words to me. You pay what you're comfortable paying, and you won't be disappointed. So next, Moon Knight 2. This, again, mentioned Buddy Van again. This came off of his Moon Knight list. I saw it. I really dug it. I wanted it. So I grabbed one, and I got it, and it looked pretty nice. So this Moon Knight, what is this, issue 2? This is a 1 in 25. This is a Tedesco. Yeah, this is Tedesco. I just think this image is really, really awesome. So, awesome. That's just for me. Stay in my collection. All right, we still got a bunch left, but 23 minutes in here. I'm sorry if you guys are bored. I'll try to move it a little bit faster because I know you just want to see books. You don't want to hear me ramble on about nonsense. Okay. Oh, David Nakayama. Awesome dude. We had him on 3 Comic Money. I had to order this, I think, when we were on the show with him, or that day or earlier. And I had to get this and look nice. So I figured, you know what? I'm sending it in because I, again, had to get to 25. So I sent 2 of those in. So here is another one. Sent 2 in. So because I knew I could have 1 to sell and 1 for me. So both got 9/8, which not surprised again. They came in very clean, fresh from the shop or fresh from the store. Just a random variant that I bought. It's a Gillum March, I think, variant for Power Girl number 4. So look nice. Figured I'd send it in. Some of these are tough to find. These Power Girl variants. I got the Hughes ones. This is the March one, but there's a Terra appearance in here. Apparently, they felt the need to put on the tab. But I don't know. This is again one of those things where sometimes they sell very cheap, and then all of a sudden they sell for a lot because all the cheap copies are gone and somebody really wants it. I just took a flyer on it. Send it in. This one I've had sitting around in my just random variant box for a while. Now it seems to be gathering a lot of interest these days. And this is Invincible Iron Man 3. This, I think, is also a 1 in 25, I believe. Is this Chris Anka cover? Yep. It's pretty cool. I just really like the cover when I when I bought it for really cheap, and got the 9.8, which I'm pretty happy about. I think this book has been selling for quite a bit these days too. I don't want to sell it, but we'll have to see how things go. Because again, this submission was expensive. I have to recoup money somehow. Otherwise, my wife will be very upset. She's already upset, but at least if I can bring something back, she gets less upset. Just pulled this out of a box for, I think, $8, I think, at the time. So 9.8. Venom number 1, the 5th print, which is kind of hard to find, or it was hard to find, but now there's a bunch of copies up. So I don't know if it is that hard to find anymore or what, but I don't know. It was a clean copy. Got a 9.8. I only spent $8 on it, so figured I'd take a shot, and this might be one to try to move for whatever I can get to recoup some costs. All right, got a handful left. Let's see what else we got here for you. One of my other America variances. This is number 2, also 1 of 25. This is who is this? Marguerite Sauvage, I think. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name properly. I don't do accents very well, but 9.8, 1 of 25. America's kind of blowing up. We know she's coming. She's been cast, and we'll see how her character, resonates with fans. We'll have to wait and see, but the variants are moving these days, so I had to send some in. Where's all these stickers? Invoices. All right, looks like I got 6 left. Sorry, 6 left. Avengers 682. This is also a 1 in 25 variant. This was, I know, first Immortal Hulk, but it's not really first Immortal. I mean, he's the Hulk. Who cares if he's immortal? If he's immortal, he was always immortal, so he's really just the same dude, but still. Not as cool of a cover as the regular one. I think that has the... does the regular one have the fist? No. Not the fist. This has the fist. The regular one doesn't have the close-up of the face, maybe. Either way, interesting book, 1 in 25. This was one I sent in to see if I could just move. If I got 9.8. Because if I didn't get the 9.8, well, it's just a regular old variant. This way, there might be somebody looking for that. Hopefully. Hopefully for my case. All right, see what else we got here. All right. Oh, you know what? I want to hold that one for a second. Because it goes kind of with this one. So, I know you've seen before I had the 1 in 25 variant, but I figured I'd send in a regular as well. So I got the regular Kanan 1 9.8. I still believe this is an first appearance of Kanan Jarrus, Ezra Bridger, Chopper, Hera Syndulla, Sabine Wren, and Zeb in comics. So CGC now is saying that this is the first. This is the one I believe because they're in here. I mean, it is. It's just a little cameo appearance. But again, cameo not. I have, for Sabine, I've got the Lego book. I've got the Rebels magazines. But I like the Kanan book. But now, as I said, that's how CGC is labeling it. So now I got the regular to go with the 1 in 25. And just randomly, because I found these two for $1. I had 2 of them. I sold 1 raw already. The second print of this number 1. Black cover. It's also 9.8. Happy to have this as well. But this one only says first appearance, Kanan Jarrus. Caleb Dune in comics. Doesn't have all the rest. Submitted at the same time as this. It's the same guts in this book. So that's why you can't really just rely on just what CGC says. You got to use your own head and research it. Figure it out what you want to spend your money on. Don't just rely on something somebody else tells you or something that a little label tells you. Because, again, you can make arguments over old labels, new labels. These were sent in at the same time. These are the same book, but they have different descriptions of what's actually in this book. I still believe this is the first appearance, but that's just me. And again, I admit, it's just like a panel, cameo, flashback, whatever. It's not much, but it is what it is. 3 left. PSA over. What else do I got for you? Oh, I have to say thank you to my buddy Ben Stein, because I got this book from him, and it is a 9.8. No pressing, anything needed. Again, my negative space, current infatuation. Got slabbed. Awesome. That's just for me, so that's not going anywhere. Nor is... Wait a second. His backing. I don't know. Backing looks different. Did they? I think CGC put this certificate in there. And then Strike Force. This is another one that I bought somewhat recently that also kind of spawned this little collection. But yeah, this certificate of authenticity in the back, labeling the number of copies. CGC stuck those in here. That's actually kind of cool. Another reason I might have to get the Rogue sent in to get that 9.6, just because I kind of want that COA at the back. It's just kind of fun. So one book left. I'm happy and surprised. I did get a 9.8 on this. Again, no pressing, thick book. But I did get the Wolverine as well, which is a pretty awesome cover. And again, they added this fun little COA on the back. Because again, you know, these are numbered at the front here. But you figured that would have been enough. But no, verified on the back. Thank you, CGC. So that's it. Those are all my slabs. Thankfully, none were damaged. I know, again, Ben Stein had done a recent unboxing of his books, which put these to shame. But he did have at least one, I think, come in damaged and cracked. So that was unfortunate. But thankfully, these came through safe. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed that. And you didn't mind wasting half an hour with me looking at the books that I mailed in to get slabbed. But I don't know. I'm excited. And I got to figure out which ones of these I have to say goodbye to. Because, again, I unfortunately can't keep them all. But with that said, thanks for spending the time. Keep comics fun. This all should be fun. So again, you see this, you see what happens on the slabs. Don't argue over firsts and cameos and all that stuff. If you don't like it, you don't believe in it, then don't buy it. It's that simple. You don't have to try to convince everybody in the world to believe the same thing that you believe. So if you like Kanan 6, then you go on liking Kanan 6. That's fine. I like the book too. I have it. I'm happy to have it. I just personally believe it's this one. That's all. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to try to change your mind. But as you can see, CGC, even themselves, are a little inconsistent with how they are labeling the books. So with that said, I'm not going to keep harping on it. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next time.